Okay. So in the introduction, the first one is, what is a bridge? What is a bridge? Okay. The general definition. Okay. Let me record the session. Okay, this is already started. Okay. So bridge is a structure. So you can write like this. So bridge is a structure which covers a gap. Sir, class is a bridge is a structure which covers a gap. Okay. So generally, so we can also write. So generally, a bridge carries a road or what it may carry. It may carry a railway across a natural or artificial obstacle. Okay, that is a bridge. Okay, so if you are asked what is the definition of bridge, you can write like this. So bridge is a structure which covers the gap and it generally carries a roadway or road or railway across a natural obstacle. Okay, it is not like that a bridge will be only used in order to cross a river or or a channel or anything. Okay, so some other points in this one. Okay, so bridges are expensive and the typical cost per mile. Okay, the typical cost per mile of a bridge is many times that of the approach to the bridge. Here, it is okay, like that. Okay, now let us come to the components of bridge. Components of bridge. Okay, so basically there are two parts. One is the superstructure and the other one is the substructure. Okay. Now, what is a superstructure? So that we can write it like this. So, so the components of the bridge. Just a moment. The components of the bridge. The components of the bridge above the bearings are grouped as superstructure and below the bearings are called the substructures. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Next one, the classification. Okay, the next part is the classification. Classification of bridges. Okay, so how the bridges are classified? So based on, so the first point is if it is based on function. If it is based on function, then a bridge can be footbridge, means only pedestrians are allowed. Okay, only you can walk over it. Okay, so it can be a footbridge, it can be a road bridge, it can be a railway bridge, and it can be a pipeline, or it can be also a water carrying bridge. Okay, so these are basically so this is the classification based on the function. Okay, now if we classify the bridge based on materials, if we classify the bridge based on the materials, what will be that one? So that can be, it can be a stone bridge, it can be a brick one, the bridge which is made up of brick, then it can be a timber bridge, next one, it can be a steel bridge. Okay, next, it can be a composite bridge made up of different materials. It can also be an aluminum bridge. And it can be also a fiber bridge made up of fiber. Okay, so this is based on the material. Okay, the third classification is based on the formwork. Okay, so here it can be a slab bridge, it can be a beam bridge, it can be an arch bridge, and it can be a truss bridge, it can be a super suspension bridge, it can be a cable supported bridge. Okay. So this is based on the formwork. Now, if we classify the bridge based on the type of support, if we classify the bridge based on the type of support, then it can be a simply supported one, it can be a simply supported one, then it can be a continuous bridge. Okay, now if we classify it based on the position of deck or floor, then it is deck through and it is a semi through. This is the brief introduction part only, no need to worry. Okay, now based on, if we classify the bridge based on the usage, okay, on what purpose or for what purpose we are going to use it, then it may be classified as a temporary bridge, it may be a permanent bridge, and it may be a service bridge. Okay, so service bridge means whenever let's say whenever there is a war and the government, it is going to send the troops to some part and which is not accessible, so there we generally construct service bridges, and that is basically for the army personnel. Okay, now if see, you just see the type, yeah, how we can classify yeah, till now we have reached the seventh classification. Now based on the water level, okay, so we can write that one. So classification with respect to the water level. Okay, with respect to the water level, so it may be a causeway, okay, it may be a submersible bridge, okay, and it may be a high level bridge. Okay, this is the eighth classification one. Now, sorry, seventh one. Now, the eighth classification is based on the uh, grade separation. Okay, so based on the grade classes separation, it may be uh, a road over bridge, it may be a road under bridge. Basically, this will be a subway. Okay, or it may be a flyover, that is the road over road. Okay, now the ninth classification is with respect to the connections. So how the connections, the classification of bridge based on the connection. Okay, so that one can be, so it may be consist of twin joints, it may be consist of riveted joints, it may consist of bolted joints. Okay, now there's still more to go. Okay, there are many more classifications, but we will restrict only to these nines. Okay, now the next heading or the next topic will be the criteria or the selection right sorry selection criteria for bridge site. Okay, what is the selection criteria? Okay, so before I go to the selection criteria, please pay attention to some points. Okay, so let us say that we are constructing a bridge. Okay, so this is one side of the river and this is one other side of the river. Let's say, for example, the river, it goes like this. Okay, let us say for example, this is the course of the river. Okay, now one an approach road or one road is going here and the other one is here. Okay, or we need to connect or we need to cross this one. Okay, just forget about this one, or only we have a road here and we need to go to this place. We need to go to this part. Okay, and we have a river here and here we have a, for example, here we have a road or something. Okay, or it may be at a distance place. Okay, now so see here here the gap is more. Okay, even here the gap is more, even here the gap is more, even here the gap is more, even here the gap is somewhat comparatively less. But if you see here, this one is the or this gap is having the least. Okay, so what we need to do, we can, so what we will do, we will let us say this is the road, so we need to connect this one. Okay, and we will put a bridge over here and we can go to this area. Okay, and we should check whether we can make a bridge over this separation, because here we need to so put the foundations, the abutments and all, everything needs to be there. Okay, so this length, it should be the smallest one, and this area should have the characteristics to place the foundation of the bridge. Okay, so we can say that these are the, so we can draw some points, we can draw some conclusions that, so the first one or the first characteristics is the first one. The first point is the choice of the right place is a crucial decision in planning and designing the bridge. Okay, the next point is it may not be always possible to have a wide choice of sites of a bridge. We may not have more number of choices. Okay, next point is, or next one is, so this may be, so where this case may be there, so this is particularly, this is particularly in the case of a bridge. In which areas? In urban areas, urban areas, urban areas and flyovers. Okay, the third one is for river bridges. In rural areas, usually a wider choice may be available. Okay, and the fourth one, or what I'll say, it is basically the particular characteristics, okay, or characteristics of an ideal site for a bridge across a river. Okay. Now, what is the ideal characteristics? The ideal characteristics are, the first one is it should be straight reach, reach of the river. So this means that, see, even if, for example, if we have a curved one, okay, if we have a curve, if we are going to construct a curved bridge, then it is going to be highly expensive. So basically what we say is it should be a straight one. Always we will try, or we will prefer a straight one, okay, so that the construction, overall construction, is minimized. Generally we will always see the budget, okay, the budget in which we are going to construct that bridge, okay. So we will always prefer a straight reach of the river. Next one, so at that point, steady water flow without cross currents. So at that particular place, we should have a steady water flow, and it should not have any cross currents. Okay, the current, you might have seen, you might have heard that, so but yeah, people used to drown in that current. So it is just like a force which creates, or which makes the people drown due to the water current. Okay, next one, the both, see here, let us say we have selected this one. So here at both the sides, we should have strong banks. Okay, banks means the sides of the river. Okay, so we should have the strong, yes, strong banks. So we can say, and this should be narrow enough. Okay, so we can write a narrow channel with farm banks. Okay, next point, what will be the height? Okay, so it should be suitable high bank suitable high bank above high flood level. Okay, so if the bank, okay, if the bank is higher than the high flood level, then we can easily construct a bridge, and during flood level, or during high floods, we need not worry about the stability of that bridge. So that's why we generally take, or we generally consider the high banks which are above the high flood level. Okay, next one is rock or other hard foundation at the river bed. Okay, so see, now let river bed to have the piers. So now, what does this point mean? Okay, let us say that this is the river, and we have selected this point and this point as the embankments. Okay, and here the bridge will be there. Okay, but in center, we definitely need to place the piers on which the deck slab is going to be supported. Okay, so these piers, so here at the bottom, so here it should have some hard strata so that the piers can be made on this one, not piles, the piers. The piers can be placed or the piers can be created here to support the bridge. Okay, so here, so rock or other hard foundation at the riverbed to have the piers. Okay, next one is the economical approach. Okay, so see, based also on this river there may be different locations, but we should choose that location which will be the most economical to construct. Okay, so this is what I am saying, that the next point is based on that. The next point is economical approach. Okay, now again, let's say we can construct it here, 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 but let us say the road is here. Okay, and we have another one, or in this river it goes like this. Okay, and here we have another one. Okay, so but if we see this site, this one is nearer to this road. Okay, if you can see here, let us say we need to construct like this, or we need to make it like this. Okay, we need to make like this, then definitely the construction of this approach will be higher. Okay, so that's what we say, economical approach. So I'm erasing this part. Okay, so so the approach, the approach should be free from obstacles such as hills, etc. Such as hills, etc. Okay, hills, or there are some other points as well here. We can, or we can write here that hills, frequent drainage, crossings, sacred places, graveyards, or built up areas. Okay. Next one. Next thing is absence of sharp curves. So generally, you might have seen that during at curved places there will be written "go slow," sharp curves ahead, or yeah, accident place. Okay, like that it will be written. So sharp curves in the approach. Okay, next one. And what we should avoid? We should avoid excessive underwater construction. See, the underwater construction technique, they are generally very much expensive. So we should avoid that one as well. Okay. Next, see there are lot of yeah, some three to four more points on that one. Okay, that is for selection of a suitable site. The main bridge or the investigating engineer should make a survey to get the impression on the landscape and decide on the type of structure at site. Okay. Careful investigation should be made to find the possible alternatives. Okay, so these are some of the things which we need to keep in mind when we are going for the investigation. Okay, so this is it for today. We can stop here. So I hope all of you could able to write whatever points we have I have dictated today. Okay, and in the next class we will continue